Hi, welcome to Pool and Spa Fix It, our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing some basic programming on Intelliflo variable speed pump drive. So as you can see, we're starting out here with 0 RPM, 0 watts. The pump is stopped, and we're going to start with the basic programming. So the first thing you want to do is press the menu button. That's going to bring you to our first menu option of settings. So at that time, you press select, and the first choice is date and time. You press select again, and then it brings you to the month, the year, and the day. So in order to change these settings, we're going to press the select button again. That's going to be the day. So today is the 5th. Of May. So we'll go over to that. That's the month. We'll make that the 5th day of May of 2019. At that point, you press the save button. So now our cursor is going away, and we have the date and time, the date of 5/5/2019. Press the down arrow. We come to the time. Select that. Go over to the hour, and it's 1:00 p.m. So we keep going down until we get to 1:00. Then we go over. It's 1:58 actually, so we'll hit the 8, and then we'll hit the save button. So you have to hit the save button anytime you've made changes in order for those changes to take effect. Of course, the down arrow again, and you can select from an AM, PM, hour format. So if you select that and you go down, you can go to 24-hour for you military types that like to have everything read out in 24-hour increments. So we're going to keep with the AM, PM. So after that, we go back to the date and time. So then we hit the back button. Now we're at date and time. We're going to go down. The minimum, maximum. Now the minimum, maximum is determined on the hydraulics of the pool system. So we're going to select that. Normally, when I set up a pool pump of this type, I'd like to set the minimum at about 950 RPM. And then we hit save, and it makes those changes. Now we go down. The maximum speed is 3,450 RPM. If you set it at that speed, this pump is essentially a 3.5 horsepower pump. Most of the time, that is going to be too much flow for a regular residential pool. A regular residential pool that had, before you put this in, a 1.5 horse pump is usually going to take about 2,900 RPM to be safe. And that's if you have 2-inch plumbing. So if you have 2-inch plumbing, we're going to select that. We're going to go over to the 3, make it a 2, go over to the 4, make it a 9, go over to the 5 and make it a 0. And we're going to hit save. So now we have the equivalent of about a 1.5 horse pump, if that's what you had. So if you had a 1 horsepower, then you would have to address that accordingly. So now we go back. We're at minimum, maximum. Device is something that we don't have any programming. Alarm log is a good idea is a good feature to keep in mind. If you have an error code or something has failed on the pump, you can go into your alarm log and see what it is. So we're going to go back. We're still at settings. Now we're going to go into the speeds. Speed 1 through 8. Speed 1, you can see here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are user accessible speeds. Speed 5, 6, 7, and 8 are in the program and have to be programmed as such. So speed 1, we're going to hit select on that, and we can see it says manual. On 1, 2, 3, and 4, we want to have those as egg timers. So you hit the select button and it highlights the options. You press the up arrow button and it changes it to egg timer. We're going to hit save. Now we're going to go down and we see that speed 1 is set for 950 RPM with a default time of 10 minutes. Speed 1, 2, 3, and 4 can be configured to be used for hot tubs or attached spas in the pool system. You can also use it for heaters to heat the water, or water features if you want to have that. The highest amount of time that you can have for one of these speeds is 10 hours. So that's it. 10 hours is as far as you can go. So we'll hit save. Now we hit back, we go down to speed 2, hit select, it says manual. We're going to select it again, go up, hit egg timer, hit save. Now we're not going to adjust any of these variables because we don't have to at this point. So we're going to go back. I'm going to go down to speed 3, and you can see speed 3 is already at an egg timer, and so will speed 4. That'll always be an egg timer as well. They come from the factory that way. So we'll hit back. We'll go down to speed 5. Now speed 5 is our scheduled program. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We have 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the program. So you have to configure those as you need to. So in order to enable that, we're going to hit select. We'll go up to schedule. Hit save. Go down. There's where our speed is going to come into play. So under normal circumstances, you can usually set up a pool, a straight pool, nothing, no features, nothing like that, for about 1500 RPM. And I'll show you the time that we're going to do for that as well.